Hi, Paul Brennan, Bring Our Birds Home, Thursday, October 5th. Let's have a video update. This is an important update. I think we're at a crucial point, a milestone, the first of many, hopefully, in the Bring Our Birds Home campaign. Discussions in Manaus, Brazil last week were successful. We can do a deal with the owner of Manaus Airport, Infraero, to purchase the derelict DC-8 PPTPC, formerly the Teal Air New Zealand ZK-NZC, the last remaining original Air New Zealand DC-8 left on the planet. Caesar has done a great job on our behalf, face-to-face meetings with Infraero, and that is thanks to your crowdfunding contributions to our Give a Little page at givealittle.co.nz/cause/Bring Our Birds Home. Without those contributions, we wouldn't have been able to set up that meeting and now have this opportunity. So now the challenge is that we need to come up with some money in a relatively short period of time if we are to be sure that we can save this aircraft, take it into New Zealand ownership, and obviously at some point in the future, not too far away, to bring it back to New Zealand. This is treasure, this is taonga. The first thing we are doing in association with the Transport and Toy Museum in Wanaka is setting up a trust now to take over the activities of Bring Our Birds Home and to manage the artifacts, the repatriation and eventual restoration and display, all in the interests of the artifacts. It's all about them in terms of where we're coming from. That is being done now. We're just starting out, and it will be done in a short period of time. We are also launching into a new round of media, mainstream and social, to boost the campaign profile of this DC-8 opportunity. The aim is to generate more crowdfunding contributions and to have access to larger scale donors to get to what I think is a modest target in the next 2 to 4 weeks of 50k New Zealand, $50,000, to be used to purchase the aircraft, to take it into ownership, to conduct a thorough pre-dismantling inspection, which is a very responsible and crucial thing that needs to be done so we can plan the dismantling, which has a big effect on how it is reassembled and the quality of the artifact in terms of display down the line. And there'll be other costs that come up, more meetings, more flights, etc., as we go through this process. So I am very confident that this has the hallmarks, the feeling of a great national treasure hunt that doesn't stop at one item. We get this item, we're on to the DC-10 after that. And I think that we have a greater chance of getting the other aircraft, you know, off the success of the first one. The only thing that stands between us saving and reclaiming this important piece of our history is an amount of money equivalent to a mid-range new car in this country. So I guess we have to decide as a nation how important is this to us, and hope that our fellow New Zealanders and aviation enthusiasts and supporters will come in behind and help fund this effort to our crowdfunding and whatever other way. You can contact us and we can talk. But in the end, we have nearly 2,000 followers, and I think that people follow Bring Our Birds Home because they share our passion that it's necessary to save hands-on history. And when these are the last items, and once they're gone, there are no more, we have an even greater responsibility to try and save them. That in the end, it'll be us that will ensure that this airframe, and hopefully the others, will be saved. So in the end, it will be us who make the difference. So please give generously. There'll be plenty of updates coming. It's going to be a fast-moving situation very shortly. And we want to have this thing completed, done and dusted as soon as possible, because the mission has always been to save, secure and store. We are just about to achieve the save, and that is just fantastic. Then we have the other details, but once we've saved it, all the options are available. And we'd like to reward and say thank you to those folk who have contributed to our Give a Little page, our crowdfunding effort, which was launched back in May. Without that money, we wouldn't have been able to get to where we are today, on the threshold of our first major milestone, claiming our first bird. We really want to thank you for your early support and faith in what we're doing. And we're trying to come up with ideas like maybe create a roll of honor that can be displayed with the artifacts at the museum in Wanaka, maybe in a few years from now, taking the data from the donations on the Give a Little page and displaying them, like I say, in a roll of honor. And of course, hopefully more names to go on that yet. And also perhaps creating discount or free access to those airframes in the museum setting in the future, again as a way of saying thank you and rewarding you for your early support. And as I say, without your early support and motivation and contributions to the crowdfunding campaign, we wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't have a shot of saving these precious artifacts, and not only that, but going on to restore them and to display them for future generations. Important artifacts, items of treasure in our country's history, and it's thanks to you that we have a chance of saving them and eventually displaying them. We want to reward you and say thank you, so watch that space as we come up with ideas. And if you have any ideas of your own, you want to contribute, please feel free to message us through our Facebook page. So we've had some footage come in from Caesar as well of our DC-8 at Manaus Airport. Interesting to be able to have these shots and look at the condition. SAW, who are going to hopefully help us out with the dismantling process, the inspection and dismantling, can have a look at this footage and get a good idea of what they're in for. I can see this aircraft gleaming again like the day it looked when it came off that production line in Long Beach, California, about to head to this little nation in the South Pacific to do good service between 65 and 82 for its country, its people. And we are going to get the chance to honor that by owning this aircraft again, bringing it back, and one day displaying it in that beautiful, beautiful environment of Wanaka at the National Transport and Toy Museum. Thanks for your support. Please go to Give a Little. I think between our followers, if you put in $20, $30 each, we'll get to the target anyway. And I'll be back with some information on media opportunities and anything that comes up as soon as it's available. Thank you for supporting Bring Our Birds Home, and enjoy this footage of our baby ZK-NZC as it is now, an aircraft that once carried the Queen at Manaus Airport, Brazil. And thank you to Caesar Nogueira for representing us so well and getting the job done. Thank you.